Hey there, rulers. Demo73 here, bringing you the deck profile for the Lua Midrange from Tompkins. Let's go ahead and jump right in. Ruler School is brought to you by Odyssey Games, where you can go to pre-order upcoming Force of Will sets, ccgprime.com for singles and supplies, cardodoko.com for those rulers in the international market looking for product, the Ruler School Circuit Series now offering our 2024 Quarter 1 circuit kits, and our guest lecturer members, Vite Ramen. Class is in session. So here is the list. As always, go ahead and check out the link in the description to go straight to it on Force of Wind. You can also be sure to check out the links in the low to be able to pre-order Pilgrim Memories from Odyssey Games. You are certainly not going to want to miss that set. It's going to be insane for both new players and returning players. Definitely going to want to be a pickup. So, Lua Midrange. So this is more of a Lua-centric build than the Brad Lua list. It does have access to Brad in the side, but you see it's not playing the dinner times. It's playing gas. It's playing no bite, no fight. It's playing, some other key pieces. It's not playing like liberations to be able to get Brad out. Like, it is more of a Brad is there just kind of as a back foot kind of additional resource, as opposed to where my build was, let's get Brad out as fast as possible. So still playing a couple of the Brad and Lua Resonator because it's just a great card in general for this list as aggressor, draw power, all kinds of utility, and then gets you Brad for Judgment of the Rogue Planet. But mostly going into that kind of gas, trying to push damage with Pierce and everything else, which is why you'll also see it's playing Rogue Spectator in the sideboard, as well as playing actually having Chain Sickle in the sideboard, where mine version wasn't. You'll also see it's playing a few more 1-drops, like it's playing more Lorites, it's playing Never Ends, it's playing a little bit more interaction in the form of Ray Asnable, but can also just cast Ray Asnable. Overall, it's just playing more creatures than my build is, which makes sense because, again, it's trying to go into those gas lines. While it can't go as fast into that because it doesn't have Phantasmal Ascendant, it does have the added bonus of being able to play like an early Never End into some interaction Lorites, into Rogue Spectator. It still has a good suite of like incidental 1-drops that can then get a lot bigger when you burn all your ice counters, burn 2 ice counters in a single turn and then push through for a lethal. On top of, again, Brad and Lua is a good resonator to drop for a low cost. Eventually comes a 1-drop that can push in damage. You have the Grand Leon for the burn. You also have, the 4 Divine Lightning, so you can go into contracts to bring back Grand Leon, those kinds of things. So that is the whole kind of purpose of the deck. It also is making use of no bite, no fights extra will production a lot, because it's like, hey, I burnt all my ice counters to gas. Well, then I'll just make a bunch of will and cast these big dudes. So that's something also to kind of keep in mind. So overall, the list is 2 Brad and Lua, 4 no bite, no fight, 4 Lua Fossil Girl, 4 Divine Lightning, 3 gas, 3 Grand Leon, 3 Faerie Spell, 3 Conflict of Memory and Soul, a couple copies of Muse Staring At as opposed to the Girl Staring At that I was playing in my build, 3 copies of Never End, 2 Ray Asnables, an Electra in the back pocket because no bite, no fight makes most of the will for her. Similarly, in the same vein to how it was used for Dinner Time, just a little bit less restrictive, but has more modality in this deck because you can use it to draw cards and fill your hand up, or you can use it to produce will. For sorted progressions, 4 Lorites, and then the sideboard or stone deck has no Moonshades. It is going pure dual stones, which is pretty cool to see. And then sideboard down here, you'll see these can certainly be more fleshed out, but obviously we have Brad, similar vein as to having Water Moonchild, and then Chain Sickle to be able to bring in off the Electra, a Rogue Spectator, and a Replicant Shiva to have these kind of 2 back pocket bodies that you'll always have at the beginning of every single game. So that is the list. Huge thanks to Tyler for piloting it on the channel for us. Hope you guys enjoyed the match and enjoyed this deck profile. But again, let us know how you guys are trying out Lua, or if you're going more Brad-centric, and let us know what your builds are in the comment sections down below. And until next time, this is DMO73 saying class dismissed.